And this is why. Connection problems. God, only 20 seconds in. And we're back. So let's see how many people join, if any do join. So I'm going to do a Q&A. Second one. I know I haven't done all the bedtime stories yet, all the songs. It's last couple of weeks or so have been just a bit not good, shall we say. Sorry, I've been having issues with the computer, the internet really playing up, even though it's a new one that was sent out to me. It's just not been a joy to try and do live streams and then keep going all blurry and sounding like I've been dragged through a time hole or something. So yes, and if you hear noises, I have my front room window open. It's that hot at the moment. So how's everybody been? Like I said, I do apologize for for not keeping up with all the requests as such. But I do get back into it. It's not always easy when we've only got the one computer at home and there's 3 people wanting to use it. So it makes life a little bit difficult sometimes. And in order to try and catch the people who are sub to my channel who live in America, I have to try and do it at a reasonable time for me, which means that the people in America might not always be awake yet to join in the live stream. So, like I said, that's the difficulty in doing the live streams. And yeah, so at the moment, it's just coming up to 4:45 in the evening. It started off being a bit rainy this morning, but it's turned out to be a nice, bright, sunny day. So I've got laundry on the line hanging out. Just put the last small load out to dry. It should be dry within an hour. The sun's not going down till about 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the evening. So still got a bit of daylight left. And yeah, we'll just see. So far 2-3 times since I've gone live, I've had a unstable connection thing flash up on my computer screen. So if I go quiet, that is why. It's because it's, yes, saying that. But otherwise, I hope everyone's keeping well. And oh yeah, that last stream I did with listening to the music, asking everyone to guess the name of the movies those songs were from, I got an email from YouTube, thank you YouTube, with a copyright strike on me, saying that it's only available in some countries because of that. So I know my friend Steve and Sub correctly guessed 28 Days to the name of the movie. And that was one of the tracks. Yes, it was from the movie 28 Days. And the other part was from the sequel, 28 Weeks. And yeah, those were the tracks I was playing. Hopefully I don't get copyright for saying the name of the movies. That will be really a bad thing. But yeah, it's really hard to try and do the things I would like to do, which involves listening to music a lot of the time and talking about music, when there's a lot of copyright going sort of things you've got to try and abide by, which is also why I haven't yet come around to the idea of doing react videos. So yeah, plus it's hard for me to work out how to do a react video using my webcam. Because if I was to react to a music video, I'd have to watch a music video on my phone while the webcam's on. So you'd get to see me, but you wouldn't get to see what I'm watching like you do with all the other reactors. So, like I said, I know I've been on here a few months, but there's a lot of this I'm still very new to, which is why I just feel doing the live streams and just chatting or singing or, yeah, those kind of things seems to be what I'm more comfortable doing at the moment. Sorry, hang on. I think my phone's about to die. So nobody's here yet, but I'm hoping someone will join soon. Okay. It's just taking its time. So it's hard to do a Q&A when I've got in the chat room to ask me any Qs. So I can't give any A's. Q8. But what have I been up to recently? Not too much. Not, like I said, been feeling a little bit run down, tired, and yeah, still waiting on my outcome from my health assessment I had done a few weeks ago. I'm hoping that will come through soon. They said 6 to 8 weeks. At a guess, I'm thinking I've probably got another 2, maybe 3 weeks before I hear. So I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. What else? Just been trying to go out for little walks around the village, enjoying the lovely weather when it's been lovely and not raining. I got taken out for breakfast this morning by a good friend of mine who I haven't seen for a long, long time. So that was very nice of her to surprise me with that. And yeah, so I thought, well, let's try and do a live stream today. I was going to do one last night, but I got to bed really early and just thought, okay, let's save it for today. She says, yawning while live on camera. Ah, joy. So yeah, that's why I didn't do the live stream last night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just feeling constantly tired and just wanting to sleep all the time. Yeah, I'm just not sure what it is that's been causing me to feel this rundown all the time, which is really difficult. Even trying to think of what I've got to do seems to be a mission in itself. Just trying to stay awake is a mission. I think like yesterday during the day, I spent probably at least an hour or so just keeping on the sofa, which I'm sat on while I'm listening to Mr. Chill's stories that he does on his channel. And yeah, I can easily fall asleep listening to stuff like that, and the creepypasta one, and no, not Mr. Charles, Mr. Nightmare. I was listening to Charles, his different channels, sorry, Charles, but he's one. Creepypasta, Lazy Masquerade is another one I sub to. And you think, how can you fall asleep listening to all those scary stories? But it's the guys the guys who do those channels, it's their voice and the way they tell the story, and it doesn't always sound scary. It's almost like a soothing voice, which is why I know the story itself is scary and what has happened to the people who've written to tell, you know, these channels about their experiences, and it's terrifying. But the way they just tell it, it's just that kind that puts me to sleep, which is, yeah. And then I end up dreaming about the story that I was listening to. So almost have like images in my head while I'm asleep. So it's really weird. It's something I've gotten used to over the years. Because, you know, the brain's the most awesome thing ever, and it just has very peculiar ways of storing information. And when I try to, you know, go back into my mind and rethink certain information, the best way I can get it to come across is via images. And usually those images come along when I'm sleeping. And I mean, it's not just sleeping, and you say, oh, but you're dreaming, Mandy. No, I'm not talking about just dreams. I have dreams, but I'm talking about if I like have a kip or a nap in the afternoon, certain images come into my mind on information I was trying to recall. So if anybody knows what I'm going on about, please, if this all gets uploaded, and not just 10 seconds of the live stream, I hate it when that happens, then please put it in the comment section at the bottom afterwards, if you know what I mean. But the only way I can recall information is by sometimes having images come into my head instead. So, and another one I've been watching recently, which I subscribe to, is called Real Stories. And there was one story I watched last week. Now my chat's gone off. I really don't get what's going on. Why do I have these issues all the time, YouTube? Please tell me. Each number represented an image. Watching recently channels that's on YouTube, and also some more. Leave any of your questions